Marie. Our next guest is taking a long walk for charity. Claude Cameron and his seizure alert dog Timber left Montreal in June. The goal, to walk across the Trans-Canada Highway to Victoria, BC in support of epilepsy research. Claude was diagnosed with epilepsy about 2 years ago after a concussion brought on frequent seizures. And Claude and Timber walk every morning. He's documenting their entire journey on Facebook daily. Today, Claude chats with us from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Good morning, Claude.
Good morning.
Claude, you've been on the road for several weeks. I'm excellent. I know that I think that you've been better because you've been on the road for several weeks. You are in Sault Ste. Marie for the next little bit, but you had a scary run-in with a dog over the weekend. Tell us what happened and how you're doing.
I got bitten. It was an accident, so I got bitten by a dog. The dog is not vaccinated, sadly, and the person do not want to deal with it. But I have to go to the hospital. I got the bite here. I don't know if we will be able to see it. Here. Now the infection is going away, so the pill's working, so that's going well. After the interview, I have to go and get the rabies shot, and I will be stuck for 2 weeks because it takes 5 days to get the fully rabies shot.
Yeah, discouraging for you at all? Because I know you've just been doing this for a few weeks. Now you have to hang out in parts of northwestern Ontario for the next couple of weeks.
I will say I get some rest. I will have to definitively go this week, walk around the city and just do a few miles just to keep in shape, to not cool down too much, because that's my worry. If I do not walk for 2 weeks, it will be hard to start back. Other than that, I just take the rest. I reorganize my stuff, order a lot of ration food, because from Sault Ste. Marie to Thunder Bay, they don't have a lot of village and big towns, so it will be hard. I will be with nature. So I will need to be really visible, make sure I have everything I need before I left here.
Yeah, good. Okay, let's talk about your walk too, and what you're doing it for. It's to counter some of the misconceptions, raise awareness for epilepsy. What are some of the challenges that people who have epilepsy, they face every day, but those in the general population may not realize?
First of all, you don't even know when you have them, so it's really hard because you're not allowed to go swim by yourself. You cannot really shower or bath by yourself. Every time you are by yourself, you have a risk to have a seizure and hurt yourself, injure yourself really bad. And that's a risk I'm taking every day. I have my service dog who will tell me, so I'm lucky to have a service dog, but it's not everybody who has a service dog. In my case, he alerted me a few seconds before, so I can sit down and be more at safety.
Yeah, which is, again, an important part of this too, and staying safe. When you were first diagnosed, I want to ask you, Claude, you were having about 20 to 30 seizures a week. How has your health been since starting this walk a few weeks ago?
Before I started, I was having multiple seizures. I was not that much, but I was I would say between 5 and 10 a week. And I was not that healthy. I was staying home or just going to a friend's place. I was in the city of Montreal, not knowing what I was doing because you cannot work. When you ask for a job, they turn you around and be like, no, sorry, you have a service dog. That's going to scare the customer. Or you have epilepsy. Oh, I'm going to deal with it if you work at the dépanneur, example, and you have a seizure. People are going to just steal the gas or the stuff. So they have concern for employment. So I was depressed a lot, and I was like, what can I do to help other people who has epilepsy and myself, and feel myself better before everybody? And I realized the walk, it's more than just a walk for awareness. It's also helping me to be more healthy and to give me more self-confidence. And I will start from that walk. I will start my business on the social media now. I learned I can probably start a business doing merge and just doing walk for other cause as well in the future.
You know, good for you. And I can't let you go without asking about Timber too, your service dog, who's been with you the whole way. He has a very important job. You talked about it, alerting you to when a possible seizure is coming on. How's he doing on this journey?
He's doing pretty well. We start early on the morning, 5:30 to 6, because it's not too hot, even on those big chemical day, where it's 30 degrees. We don't walk on the afternoon, so it's really rare. I make sure he has boots and cooling vests. He's going to swim on every single place where he has water, and he asked me for that. He knows he's allowed to go swim whenever, when he wants. So he's enjoying it most of the time. I would say like it's like a human. Sometimes he don't want to walk, and I have to respect it and be more carefully to
Right.
not push his limit. We don't exceed like the 25K a day. Most of the time, it's even 15 km a day. Some day we do 20. It's depend if it's a lot of hill, if it's too hot or not. I don't want to over push his limit because he's still a service dog. That's mean after his walk, he's still working. And when I sleep, I
Yeah.
don't know what happened when I sleep. If I have three seizures, it will be awake for the three seizure. So I have to be careful to not make him too much tired.
Yeah. Super, super important part, Claude. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and good luck, okay?